Hello again, everybody. I'm Chris Mooneyham, and welcome to this week's edition of the Positive Athlete Georgia Spotlight of the Week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Now we start to really turn the corner with Positive Athlete Georgia. Some of you who have followed us since the fall here on our weekly blog, you may or may not remember that we are now at the end of the nomination process. We've taken all the nominees, all the nominations for young people across the state of Georgia to potentially be named either county, region, or state award winners for Positive Athlete Georgia. And let me say right off the top of the broadcast, thank you so much to everyone across the state, whether you're a pastor, preacher, or a clergyman, a teacher, an administrator, a lunch lady, or a coach, of course, of a school. If you're a brother, a sister, a teammate, a classmate, a mother, a father, a grandpa, does not matter. Any of those categories, you can nominate a young person for Positive Athlete Georgia. And by all accounts, the word, I say that every single week, and I think the word got out. And so we have to thank the 350 high schools that were represented by over 3,400 nominees throughout the state of Georgia this year, nominated for Positive Athlete Georgia 2015-16. To say it was a banner year would quite obviously be an understatement. I think those numbers greater than the last 2 years put together, if memory serves. 350 high schools represented by 3,400 plus nominees. So thank you to all of you who nominated a teammate, a classmate, a family member, or a friend, or a player on your own team for Positive Athlete Georgia. And with that, time to take a look at our newest 3 nominees for this week. We start with Milena Davis, a junior softball player at Liberty County High School in, Liberty County. Miss Davis is said to be, and this is a direct quote from her coach now, that's why I start with it, and I absolutely love when coaches give us direct quotes. Most times it's the shining, the crown jewel of the little bios that we get. Her coach says, and I quote now, that Miss Davis is relentless in efforts to improve herself, end quote. Relentless in efforts to improve herself. Absolutely love that quote by Melena's head coach. She'd like to study marine biology or law one day, and she also participates in family readiness group activities with her military family. Quite an impressive little bullet point list there. Just 3 of the reasons that Milena Davis, a junior softball player from Liberty County High School, is our first nominee this week. Next up, Daniel Zimny, a senior lacrosse player from Etowah High School over in Cherokee County. Mr. Zimny ranked 41st in a class of 531 in his senior class academically. Pretty good, Daniel. He coaches and instructs middle school and elementary school lacrosse players. Really love to hear that. Lacrosse has become, very dear to my heart over the last few years, and I love any time a young person is spreading the game of lacrosse to other young people. And Daniel also part of National Honor Society. For these reasons, and of course for many more, Daniel Zimny, a senior lacrosse player from Etowah High School in Cherokee County, our newest nominee this week. And finally, Ansley Hinson is a senior volleyball player at Creekview High School, also over in Cherokee County. Miss Henson's involved with a club called CARES, that's CARES, where she reads to elementary school children. Love to hear that. She's also a member of the Beta Club and Habitat for Humanity. And if all that's not enough, she sports a GPA of 3.95. Ansley Hinson, a senior volleyball player from Creekview High School, our final nominee this week. What an impressive group in our last week of nominees this week. Miss Henson, Mr. Zimny, and Miss Davis. Really, these 3 young people typify the nominees that we have seen throughout 2015-16 for Positive Athlete Georgia. So what's next? Now that the nomination process has ended, all of these young people, their bios, their resumes, quote unquote, not quite, but you know what I mean. They'll all be gathered together, and the Brain Trust at Positive Athlete will come together and start forming award winners inside of each sport for males and females inside of each county. And we now get into, now that the nomination process is over, we get into the award season. An award season that I'm going to actually give you the schedule really quick now, and I'm going to blow through this information. I freely admit that. I don't want to go too long on the blog here. We'll try to keep it to 10 minutes anyway. Remember, any information that I'm about to give you, you can visit georgia.positiveathlete. That's georgia.positiveathlete.org for further details. But I wanted to make sure if you're watching this on a school website, no matter where you're watching it, that you had the schedule. If you've got a young person who's nominated for the Cobb County Awards, for instance, or will be nominated for the Cobb County Awards, for instance, want to make sure that you know when and where, at least if it's solidified already, you may be visiting. So let's blow through it really quick. On April 20th, that's a Wednesday night, at North Star Church in Kennesaw, the Cobb County Awards show. 2 days later, on Friday, April 22nd, again at North Star, we'll have the North Atlanta Awards. The next week, on Thursday, April 28th, at New Hope Baptist on the south side, we'll have the South Atlanta Awards. Then May 3rd, a Tuesday, the very next week, the Gwinnett County Awards. I believe that one's going to be at Primerica, which will be a new location this year. Then, to the north side of town at Mountain Lake Church on May 9th, that's a Monday night, the North Georgia Awards. And finally, our county awards show wraps up with the North Fulton Awards. The North Fulton Awards going to be Wednesday, May 11th. All of these award shows, by the way, going to begin at roughly 6:30. Some people will arrive late. We'll figure all that out as we go, but we're looking at 6:30 as a tentative start time for all of these awards shows. The entire thing, all of the county awards culminate, of course, in our statewide awards show, the 2016 Positive Athlete Georgia Awards show. I am now very proud to say will, in fact, yet again be held at the College Football Hall of Fame. Incredibly excited about this. So remember, June 7th at the College Football Hall of Fame, that again will be the site of the 2016 Positive Athlete Georgia statewide awards show. We really would love for you all to join us for that. One last thing this week, want to also remind you, we're drawing close now to one of the great events that Positive Athlete's ever been able to put together. It's called the Top Dog Golf Tournament. Now, that's going to take place on May 5th, Thursday, May 5th. I know it's Cinco de Mayo, but hang on, because we've got something built in for that. From 2 p.m. to 5 p.m., this event will allow you to play from a catered 6-person weather-protected golf suite. That's right. You may know where I'm talking about Top Golf in Alpharetta. If you've never seen Top Golf, it's really a very unique. It's one of those ideas where you say to yourself, man, I wish I'd have thought about that. You know what I mean? Every once in a while you hear these great ideas and you say, oh, why didn't I think about that? Well, that's what Top Golf is. It's a building that's built around a driving range, and the suites open and they're catered, and you can drink there as well, adult beverages and non. But Top Dog Golf Tournament will be held at Top Golf in Alpharetta Thursday, May 5th. You can meet Hines Ward and other celebrities who will visit your suite for autographs, to mingle. They may even take photos with you. You may get to hold the Lombardi Trophy or a fake Lombardi Trophy. We'll see just who shows up. And you can also compete against other teams and win prizes, and stick around for Cinco de Mayo after the event as well. 6-person suite. Going to run you $2,500. Now, before you think, oh, that's too rich for my blood, let me make sure you understand what you're getting here. First of all, your food and drinks for the 3-hour event are included in this price, including 12 tickets for adult beverages. It includes a 3-hour golf experience with structured games at Top Golf in Alpharetta. You also get 2 free rounds of golf at Legacy Lanier Islands. So if you know Legacy Lanier Islands already, you're thinking, well, this thing may have just paid for itself. And you'll also designate that a local high school will receive a $500 college scholarship donated in your name. $500 golf college scholarship donated in your name. 2 free rounds at Legacy Lanier. Food and drinks provided, 12 adult beverage tickets, I might add. Make sure you bring a bunch of, well, you'll have to bring the entire 6, and the 3-hour golf experience where you'll meet Hines Ward and other celebrities. Maybe even I'll be there. But I digress. So again, for further details, it's georgia.positiveathlete.org. That's georgia.positiveathlete.org for further details. Until next week, I'm Chris Mooneyham for the Positive Athlete Georgia Spotlight of the Week.